taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. Why that Drake, you got a chip? I be on my little mouse drip. Why that rapper pay your bills? Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All the books to me, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm on the Nico Mason tip, working on the phone. Either that or trying to money, to make it quicker. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to take a picture.
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Yard line.
Right to the air is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun, Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down. First and 10.
Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Jackson now. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. Both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throw caught by Flowers. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Jackson going to keep it. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
It's second down and 10.
Here we go. 76.
Here's Goff. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one too low.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now Goff. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
76. 12. 12.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
And the Lions first down.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him, because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Try! And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. Your persona non grata.
Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Mark Andrews from 3 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's
gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 45 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it as we resume action. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Goff now to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Detroit.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a give to Gibbs running left. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 154 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go, 12, let's go. 180. Hey, 76. 76.
Goff. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Bates' kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's good. Baltimore, first down.
Hey, middle.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To throw is Jackson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around. Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 40-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Ravens 21.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 14-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
First down. A gain of 31 yards.
Running left, Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. John Jenkins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Goff now looking to throw. Throw over the middle and finds Williams. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
180. What's up?
Now Goff. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Ravens 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
35-yard line.
Second and 10. Now Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead seating. What do you expect from them in the second half? There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 58 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
He dumps it off for Henry. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41.